Thank you, Mickey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite mind-boggling to stand here in front of you today. I was sort of turned around and I didn't know what was going to happen, and I look around me and I see 1,400 people around. I have two children, 13 and 10, and before every night when they go to bed, I tell them four things which remind me of Slush. Dream, believe, work hard, and succeed. It's absolutely amazing to see you all here. Remember that this started as an event of 300 people in the year 2008. And there was probably a dream to make this into the biggest startup event in the world. And I think we're approaching that with people from over 80 countries, with 1,400 people present here, 14,000 in total present, and then looking at 750 investors. It's also very nice for me to see a lot of foreign guests here and dignitaries as well. I'd like to especially welcome Estonian Prime Minister Taavi Rõivas and Chinese Vice Premier Wang Yang. And of course, when Taavi and I stand next to the Vice Premier of China, we tap him on the shoulder and say, "Isn't it nice that together here we represent almost a quarter of the world's population?" When I travel the world promoting Finland in one way or another, I try to make a pitch. And I used to say that there are two reasons why you should invest in Finland. Number one is geographic location. We're part of the biggest market in the world, which is called the European Union. About 25% of the world's economy. We are also right next to Russia. And we have the shortest flight path to Asia. So geographic location for Slush and for Finland is great. The second reason I've always said you should invest in Finland is that we have a very industrious and well-educated population. People work hard here. It's not easy in this type of a climate, but we work hard and we make things happen. And I also argue that in 30 years we emerged from a top 30 country in the world, education, competitiveness, GDP per capita, environment, least corrupt state, etc., to a top 3 country in the span of approximately 20 years. It was a bit of a miracle, and we did quite well because we have a well-educated labor force. And the third reason nowadays I argue why you should invest in Finland is Slush. Now, we have wonderful companies here today from all around the world. I'd just like to mention the CTO of Alibaba, Wang Yang, who's sitting here in the front. Welcome. The CEO of Rakuten, Hiroshima Mikitani, somewhere around. And then the chairman of Gung Ho, Taizong, who is here somewhere as well. I believe in renewal, and I believe in progress. Companies come and go, and if you look at the list of Fortune 500, approximately 250 of those companies emerged in difficult economic times. And I think all of us are going through difficult economic times at the moment. Nokia was one of our biggest mobile phone companies. It doesn't sell phones or smartphones anymore, but it's one of the biggest networks companies in the world. What they did was to renew themselves, re-emerge. The IT scene in Finland, I think, is fabulous, and we've seen that in the past years. Few examples. Angry Birds, where are you guys? Rovio. Wave. We have companies such as Supercell, Clash of Clans. We have mobile phone companies such as Jolla. Linux is a Finnish company. And they've all emerged basically out of nowhere. So my message to all of you here today is to give you a warm welcome. We're really, really proud and happy to have you all here. I would like to especially thank the people of Slush for setting up this event. It's a great opportunity for all of you to get new ideas, new investments, and new business. Next, I would like to invite the Vice Premier of China, Wang Yang, up on stage. But before I do that, I must tell you that he will speak to us in Chinese and through an interpreter. And I can't resist telling you a short anecdote from the European Parliament. When Angela Merkel was speaking at the European Parliament a few years back, she spoke in German. She put her speech a little bit on the side and started to tell a joke. And you know, interpretation and jokes, they don't necessarily work. A little bit like idioms. In Finnish we say, put the cat on the table. People look at you, what? She started to tell the joke, and fortunately there was a really smart interpreter, a female of course, in the booth. And she said, well, Chancellor Merkel is currently telling a joke. Unfortunately, it's impossible to interpret or translate, but I would really appreciate it if all of you could laugh now. So with these words, Mr. Vice Premier, the floor is yours.